You got William's message, right?
Intelligent Ramblings with your host, Bill Lofton. Co-hosted by Gary Glenn and William Howington, with help from John Cole.
Good evening. It's Intelligent Ramblings. I'm your host, Bill Lofton, with my co-host, Mr. Gary Glenn, top left, and John Cone, bottom left.
Good evening, everyone.
We should be joined by William Howington whenever he decides to be here. Anyway, let's get on the headlines. He's working on it. He'll be here. Let's do some headlines. How about some intelligent news?
Right.
I think what the whole country's talking about right now is that suspect in the killing of United Healthcare's CEO. And there he is. Looks like a frat boy, doesn't he?
He is a frat boy.
Nice teeth, good family,
Yep.
all that stuff.
Rich.
You know, I'm rich. I mean, everything you think. You know, I got a degree from an Ivy League.
Penn, valedictorian of his high school graduating class. Are you kidding?
This kid is going to go a long way in life, but no, he's not.
Not now.
They got him. They got him cold.
Yeah.
They got him cold.
I mean,
And now
you
that's
can
what
say-
they got him lined up. Gary.
Yeah, how many ways do you need to get somebody? I mean, they found the weapon on him. They found this confession, his manifesto, or whatever you want to call it. And,
Found
they
his
got him on
silencer?
camera. I mean, that's about as many ways as you can get it, can't you? He better
And
be
this is
cutting
what-
him a deal as soon as he can.
This is what happens. Ooh, he does not look happy.
No.
I wouldn't be happy knowing what he's got in store for the rest of his life.
Jail.
And he's lucky he ain't in Texas, or Florida, or Georgia,
Yeah.
or South Carolina.
Well, according to his attorney, they have not one scintilla of evidence against him.
Oh,
And
Really?
yeah, he says they don't have anything on him, which
Still
is
alive.
what you pay your defense attorney to say
yeah.
in interviews.
But, and I understand there's some of that could be circumstantial, but I mean, it's kind of overwhelming circumstances, right? And once they match up facial recognition or, contour the jawline or whatever they need to do with this guy bushwhacking this fella, shooting
Well,
him
you
in
got
the
his-
back.
They got his DNA off of a water bottle that he bought at a Starbucks near there, and a wrapper of some type, candy or something, that's got his DNA on it. I mean, they got this guy 12 ways from Sunday. I mean, it's, he's toast.
Here's the bizarre thing, though. He's gotten people lined up behind him to support him, offer to pay his legal bills and all that kind of stuff because they've got a beef with the health industry too. Well, I'm not real happy with some of the things that are going on in that, but I'm not going to commit cold-blooded murder by shooting somebody in the back. I mean, this guy is not a hero. He's not admirable. He's a cold-blooded murderer. Bingo.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
I don't get it. It's beyond. That's how far we've come. How far have we fallen in this country? Do we elevate this because we're pissed off at the healthcare industry? We condone this kind of thing. Not me, brother.
He's an absolute cold-blooded murderer, period.
Yep. Now,
Shot the guy
he's had health problems of his own. Yeah, but still.
And the kicker was he shot him in the back. So he's not only a cold-blooded murderer in my book, he's a coward. If I got a beef with somebody so bad that I want to kill them with a pistol, I want them to look at me and say, MF,
Yeah.
I want you to know who did this. Look at me, asshole. Clop. I mean, other than that, I mean, the guy never saw it coming or knew it would hit him. He just felt a
No.
boop, boop in the back, and he was dead 5 minutes later. Or less.
Yeah, I don't, Anyway, it'll play out. He'll cut some kind of a deal. But he's going to go away for a long time, whatever kind
Well,
of
he's
Yes,
from the prominent Maryland real estate family, so you know they're going to be getting the best lawyer on the planet for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
But still, I mean, there's no way. Plus, a jury is going to look at that and listen. They're going to have to go probably to East Slingshot, Montana, to find somebody that hadn't heard all about this case.
Right.
And when once they find that person or 12 persons like that, they're all going to look at that and go, "Like, this guy's guilty as sin." So they're going to cut some kind of a deal. That's what I'd be saying. If he were my client, I'd be saying, "Let me see what kind of deal I can get you, boy."
yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going away for a very long time.
Well, like I said, if he was in Texas or Florida, he would really
Well,
be
yeah,
toast.
the death penalty would be on the table.
Yeah,
So
they don't have that in New York, do they?
Don't think so. Or California
Yeah.
either now.
Can the feds figure out a charge to put on him? Could it be a federal charge somehow?
Don't think so. That's pretty much a state charge.
But like you said, Gary, I don't have great feelings about the medical community either. But other than the fact that my wife is a medical laboratory scientist,
Yeah,
I can't get too tough on the medical community. But
she's not in charge. She's not in charge of jacking up your medication or jumping through all these hoops that you have to in managed health care now.
yeah,
I understand we pay a bunch of money for health care in this country, and of course now some of this is our fault. I heard him talk about all like we pay it's pay amongst the highest prices in the world for health care in the United States, and we rank about 42nd in life expectancy. Well, you know why? Some of that's our own fault.
yeah.
People
Cause-
drinking and smoking and abusing drugs. And then
Called sugar.
committing suicide, driving recklessly. There's a whole bunch of stuff that contributes to the lowering of our age life expectancy in this country. And part of that is not the medical industry's fault.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Wanted to say hello to everybody in the audience. Make sure you guys know that you can text us and give us your opinion. What do you think about this guy? Should he fry, or should he be looked at as a hero? That's people are actually calling him a hero, and like Gary said, they're actually offering to pay for his defense, which he doesn't need the money because he comes from a very well-off family. John, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think that he would be worried if he was in Texas or Florida, but I'm looking to see what he's actually been charged with.
I don't know that he's
Because
been
I
charged
don't-
yet, John. I think he's a
I'm not
person
seeing
of
where he has
interest.
been charged.
They'll
He's been
get
charged
around
in
to that.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, he's got to be arraigned first, but so I think my thoughts are, yeah, he's going to jail for a long time, and hopefully he's got a good attorney, and it's the thing that this uncovers and emphasizes, though, is exactly how bad our healthcare system is. If it's driving people to go over the edge and commit crimes like this, then it's pretty bad. And
Speaking of pretty bad, there he is.
All
William,
right.
we can see the bottom of your head, dude.
I'll figure it out.
All right. Oh my God,
There we
there it
go.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like that better, but we'll take it.
All right.
Anyway, on to something a little bit more explosive. Israeli planes pound Syria as troops reportedly advance deeper into the country. What Israel's doing right now is they've had like 350 missions, bombing missions in the last, I don't know how many, 36, 48 hours, ever since the Syrian government fell. They're trying to bomb out of existence the Syrian army and all their weapons that nefarious characters may inherit. That's why Israel's doing all this.
I think in the long run, this is going to be good news for us, U.S. I mean, that guy, the guy that was in charge of that country, he makes Saddam Hussein look like a choir boy.
Yeah.
All right, we had a quick comment by Andrea. Some aspects of our life expectancy may be our fault. The fact we pay so much is not our fault. I actually agree.
Yep. I'll go along with that, Andrea. Yeah.
To switch back to that topic for just a minute, I think we're all on Medicare because we are a bunch of old guys.
Yeah.
And my experience with Medicare is Medicare's great. Why do I have to deal with an insurance company, a private insurance company, when I could just deal directly with Medicare? Why are they even involved, and why doesn't everybody have Medicare? Just wonder about that. Back to Syria. Hey, here's my thought about Syria. I think this part of what's happening here is we're seeing exactly how weak Russia has become, how short of resources they are, that they can't shore up the Assad regime in Syria anymore. And when they pulled back, it created the vacuum that the rebel fighters occupy now. So I wish I'll say again, what we should have been doing all along is hitting Russia in Ukraine way harder than we have been. I think Russia's overextended. They're in trouble. They're obviously in trouble. We could.
Well, that war is going to be over. When is the inauguration?
January 20th.
Yeah.
20th.
Okay,
Yeah.
January 23rd. That war is going to be over anyway. So, who cares? I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
Well, we have over a month left where we could put a world of hurt on Vladimir Putin in Ukraine. And they are doing something. They approved 2 new loans over the last 10 days for Ukraine. These are loans. They'll be paid back. So they're helping them out financially and hopefully with equipment and ordnance.
They'll be paid back unless the Russians overrun them and take over the country. They will never see a dime back. That's another reason we need to
I gotta believe
finish this up.
that there's no way the European Union would stand by and let that happen. I think they'd be in country before they'd let that happen.
Well, Assad is now cozied up to Putin in Moscow somewhere, right?
Yeah, I saw it. He's living in Russia. He got.
Well, he got out before they could catch him and hang him like they did with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Have you seen those palaces and those fleets of luxury cars and all of that stuff that were left by? I mean, not one or two cars, like a couple of Lamborghinis,
Like 24 cars.
It's ridiculous, and they're all like $100,000, $200,000 cars. It's ridiculous.
And half his country was starving.
Yeah, exactly. That's that part of the world. What a snake pit that part of the world is. That's what Hussein was doing to all those people over there in Iraq. You know, I mean, man, the Kurdish people over there. It's incredible. It's incredible what that part of the world has come down to.
I think they ought to start a new country called Kurdistan out of a part of Syria. I really do. Those people have been fighting for a long time, and they've been basically on our side.
Yeah.
I could get behind that. There's some great fighters.
Yeah. I mean, it's like mirror images of that. If you studied what Iraq was under Saddam Hussein and all of his palaces and water parks and stuff that he built while the people were drinking out of drainage ditches and scrounging for food. Mm-hmm. These people live like emperors. I mean, come on.
Speaking of trash, there he is, Assad. Bashar Assad. 13 years of war in Syria is what they've been looking at. That's how long they've been trying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then until right now, they hadn't touched him really. But they finally did. So
well, they thought he was going to be a young. They thought he was going to be a young reformer after 3 decades of his father's iron grip. But at age 34, the Western-educated ophthalmologist appeared as geeky, tech-savvy fan of computers with a gentle demeanor. That's what they were looking at. But when he was faced with protest of his rule that erupted in March of 2011, Assad turned to the brutal tactics of his father to crush dissent. So since 2011, this guy has been evil. He turned into an asshole.
That's almost biblical, isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's a Bible story about a king who came to power and they asked for advice, and they said, no, what you need to do is back off, treat your people gently, and be fine. And then he went to his suck-ups and asked them what to do, and they said, oh no, you need to crack down even harder than your father did, and soon they got rid of him. So kind of exactly history repeating itself in pretty much the same part of the world.
Well, he is no more. He's toast, and he'll be living out his life in Russia, because if he goes back to Syria, you're right, they'll hang him, and he knows it. I wonder how much of his money he sent to Russia before all this happened. You think he's been?
I would estimate all of it.
Yeah,
that's my estimate.
Some offshore account somewhere that
right
encrypted bank accounts and things like that. These people are very sly.
Well, international rights groups are looking for him too, because of his widespread use of torture and extrajudicial killings. The war that's been going on for the last 11, 12 years is nearly 500,000 people killed.
Golly.
And displaced half of the country's pre-war population of 23 million. Half of 23 million has been displaced because of this war.
Mm.
It's every bit as bad as what's going on right now in Gaza and the West Bank and southern Lebanon.
Again, a snake pit, a bunch of cobras. Want nothing to do with that. Y'all quit killing one another. We'll come over there and build you some motels and a few 7-Elevens, and everybody will make money.
I mean, you hope that for them. You hope that for. I mean, I'm 100% in favor of giving Palestine a place on the map that they can call their own. And like you said, then we'll put up some 7-Elevens and some dollar stores and some gas stations, and
But where's that going to be?
Where?
Yeah.
Basically at the West Bank. there's an area of Palestine right now that they control, and they should have that area as their country. Get them out of Gaza. Make it to where they're pretty much all in the West Bank, is what I think. Because Israel will control Gaza, and they've already pushed their borders out. That's what Netanyahu accomplished by his war.
Who, by the way, had to testify in his own defense today or yesterday, can't remember which one, in a corruption trial that's going on in
yesterday.
Israel.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, what's that all about, John?
I don't know exactly what he's charged with, but he was charged. See if this sounds familiar to you. He was charged before he was elected to his current position. And he's been delaying, obstructing, whatever you want to call it, this whole time while in office. And today, one of the chickens came home to roost, and he finally had to testify. And that, in short, is what I know about it so far. I was kind of amused to hear about that and thinking about the parallels to our own situation yesterday or today. Did you say it was today, Gary?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday?
He had to testify, yeah. I think
They
I saw
all run
something
together.
Yeah, I think I saw something in a couple of those news feeds that I apparently am subscribed to now that I don't remember subscribing to.
And you can't unsubscribe. You,
And not, if
And
you
it
try to
keeps coming.
unsubscribe, they just send you 3 more.
yeah.
I went through my, I use AVG, and I use their internet security app, and I've been working on my computer recently, and I'm trying to shore it up because I got a feeling that the bugs that we get, the viruses we get, the other crap that we get is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So I'm trying
I
to shore it
believe
up. Quick shout out to AVG. I've been using them for probably 15 years, and it is by far and away my choice as far as a virus protector system. And they've got whatever you want and a lot more. Believe me, they will advertise.
Hey, I've got a quick technical thing of note. My grandson had a laptop that was running Windows 8, and I mean it was slow, like dog slow. The performance was terrible, and so we converted it over to a Chromebook. It's running Google's Chrome OS Flex operating system, and whatever you can do in the Chrome browser in Windows, you pretty much can do it on a Chromebook. It runs so much faster, so much better. It's the same platform that they use at his school, so he can log into his school account from his Chromebook after the update and keep working on whatever it was he was working on at school.
Awesome.
If you're looking for a way to make an older laptop run better and you don't have to have Windows especially, it's a really good way to go. It's a great option.
Well,
Can you
the
take a
kids-
Windows? Can you take a Windows laptop and convert it to a Chrome?
Yeah, that's what we did. That's exactly what we did.
Can you? Would you put in the blog on intelligentramblings.com in your blog some kind of directions for that?
I would certainly do it, yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all got everybody out there. Go to our website intelligentramblings.com and check it out. See what John comes up with, and at the same time,
I got
you can look at the blog.
maybe I can do that with my old Chromebook. I mean, my old laptop. The kids at school, that's what they use, Chromebooks.
John?
It runs great. I can tell you that we're getting a lot of new life out of that old laptop.
John, you need to go to Gary's and fix his laptop.
You can work on my desktop too while you're here, John.
I can do it.
I appreciate it.
That sounds like winter. All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with some college football.
Oh, yeah.
Play for 4, 6, 9, 8. It don't matter, man. We battle tested. We play all night. Play all night. We didn't train for this, man. Y'all train for this.
You know the truth. You know the truth. So be confident. Don't play like it. We're chasing memories, man. We're chasing memories tonight. And let's go make a damn good memory tonight. You understand?
It's a very simple question, okay? Who is going to play the hardest the longest? Who's going to play the hardest the longest? Okay? Because everybody lines up and says, hey, you got 60 minutes or however long it takes. And at the end of the day, okay, we know that clock is going to zero at some point. Hey, that's how long we're playing. There ain't no knockouts. Hey, you got to play the whole game and you got to outstrain them. And I know one thing about this group. No matter what, we're going to play the whole game to the last whistle. Here's what they really think. They think they have seen our best, and they ain't seen our best what? Yeah! They ain't seen it yet!
You believe this is going to be a 60-minute battle, and however long it takes, we will be there, Ty. We will be there looking in the eye. Y'all got me? Y'all, hey, never doubt. We got each other. That's all we need. Let's go.
Georgia intercepts it. Yards out. This is Bert Auburn, and the kick is away, and the kick is good. Texas on the board first. Texas, a play fake by Ewers. Oh my goodness! Throws it, no pressure from the back, and we'll get him down. Chaz Chambliss is up and good again, and that's 3 more for the Longhorns. They lead it 6-0. We gotta go! We gotta go! Hey, I'll wait till we're back against the wall. Let's go! To right by Beck. He throws it to Delp. Caught at 35 on a jump catch by Delp when he gets his feet back on the turf. Peyton Woodring will try a long field goal here. Kick is away towards the uprights and splits the uprights. Good. Texas, it's the Longhorns 6 and Georgia 3. Moving to his left, being chased from behind. They hit him, the ball's out, and it's still loose. It's picked up by Texas at the 25. Georgia has a player down at midfield on the SEC logo as well. He's being tended to. Carson Beck, now he's being helped up. Yeah, they're going to get him into the locker room.
Hey, listen, guys, we got 30 minutes or however long it takes to the destiny of this team in this game, okay? When you talk about a championship game, you'll be a championship guy, you got to play big in these games, okay?
As of right now, it looks like it is gunner time, and Carson Beck might be out for the rest of this game. We'll see.
Come on, man! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go, Gunner! pressure, going to run it at right tackle. He jitterbugs at the 15, down to the 10, and they curl it down there. Handoff, ETN bounces out left. 5-3 collision, goal line, touchdown, Dogs take the lead.
Hey, I'm stocking the truth. It's time. Let's go. Hey, over with that.
Snap it back. Pressure up the middle. He avoids one, can't avoid the second one. Damon Wilson going to eat him alive. He got away from Jalen Walker, but then we had another linebacker right behind him, and Damon Wilson gets the sack. Tackled by Dan Jackson. He came in from his safety spot. Here's the snap and the kick towards the uprights, and it will sail left. Wide left, no good. He misses his second kick of the game. And Georgia's sideline really likes that. They erupt in celebration. Piecing it together, folks.
New half, new game. Hey, we won quarterback legendary.
Taking a throw. Quick slant. They've got more. He sidesteps Jackson. He's off for the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown.
Boy, Texas caught us in a blitz there. Just a quick slant. The minute that we weren't able to get him with that initial tackler, easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And now we have to punt it. We snap it to the up back, Bobo, and toss it to Arian Smith on a fake, and we got the first down on the fake punt. Moves to his right, he's going to be sacked back at the 18. Goes right corner, intercepted by the Dogs at the 29, down on the turf. The Dogs pick it off with Dalen Everett, hits second. Here we go with a 37-yard try from the near hash, kicking left to try to tie the game at 16 with 22 seconds to go. Hold, kick on the way, and it is good. 16-16, SEC championship, Georgia and Texas. That's the end of regulation.
Hey, if you trust yourself as much as I trust you, we in great shape. Who's gonna pick up the phone? It's your call! It's our call!
The hold is good, the kick is good. And on Texas has taken the lead here in overtime, 19-16. But now the Dogs know what they have to do.
Hey, challenge the O-line, man. We're right down the throat. Let's go.
Dumps it to the tight end, Delp. He catches it. Wow, he pulls his way for the first down inside the 15-yard line. They hit him before he got to the marker. 5, 4, boom! He's drilled. Oh my gosh. Helmet came off, flats come in. Carson Beck's putting the helmet back on. So Georgia goal to go on the 4. They can win with a touchdown. Back ETN, the tailback. Beck under center. Hand it to ETN, straight ahead. Touchdown! Touchdown!
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that.
That was awesome.
And
Yeah, that was
I
good.
saw the video and I said, we got to have that on Intelligent Ramblings. It was that good a video. And for all you non-Georgia fans, we don't care. That's too bad. We're all Georgia
I'm fired
fans.
up now.
Oh,
I'm ready to go
yeah.
play now. Let's just go. Let's go suit up.
I would rank that Georgia ball game in the top 3 of all time. I mean, it's up there with the Lindsey Scott game. It's up there with the Oklahoma comeback when we were playing against what's his name,
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, I would rank that in the top 3 of any
That was
Georgia
a gritty
game
performance
I've
for
ever
sure.
seen. I
Yeah.
will tell you.
Watching with my
actually-
grandsons.
Absolutely.
That was special.
Absolutely enjoyed myself. And the thing about it was I was shooting at North Georgia College in Dahlonega all day. And I knew I wasn't going to get home until after the game was basically over. And so I taped it. And I only had one inkling of what was going on. One of the other photographers looked at me and said, Georgia's behind 3-0. I looked at him and went, don't tell me what the damn score is. Really? Didn't I tell you people? I don't want to hear the score. Don't tell me. And they were like, oh, okay. He doesn't want to know the score. And I said, I'm very serious about this. Do not do that again. And then I saw a text message fly up on my screen that I happened to look at, and it said, oh my God. And so I knew either we were getting beat bad or we were getting beaten good. But after 4 o'clock, I officially turned my phone off. So, and I called my wife and said, listen, if you want to get in touch with me, I'll turn my phone back on the way home just to let you know I'm on the way. And I think I turned the ball game on at 10 o'clock at night, sat up till 1:30. And I'm going to tell you what, I really enjoyed myself. Nobody was sleeping in my house. Let me put it that way. Because I was doing a lot of hollering. And that was pure enjoyment. Pure enjoyment.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
One of the things that came out in that video was how powerful it is to be on a team, to be in the locker room preparing, to be on the field, to be on the sidelines, to be a part of something like that is just amazing.
Well, they asked Etienne in the interviews after the game, what do you think? And he said, this is why I came to Georgia, because I wanted to experience this. I've never experienced anything like this or comparable to this. He said, I played in the state championship when I was in high school, but there's nothing that could compare to this. And this is why I came to Georgia.
Yeah, well,
good for him.
Good thing he did.
Well, we expect to have him next year, too.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll go in the draft. I think he'll stay. Some crazy
Well, let me tell you
reason.
what, I don't know if you I don't know if you heard me, but I watched it with my grandsons, and that was kind of special.
I bet.
We were cheering a good bit. Let's put it that way.
Well, seeing the fact we don't have a whole lot of college football games to pick on, this week we're going to pick the Georgia High School State Championships.
Well, we've all picked. We got one big one. We got some minor bowl games that are not, and I say that with all due respect. There are about 3, I think, between now and the next time we go on the air. Only 2 before that. I think there are a couple Saturday, maybe, John. Then one next Wednesday, which kicks off about 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
And we got Army and Navy, of course, is this coming Saturday. We were all picking Army except for Bill, who was in the Navy, and he's picking Navy. So
That's right.
all.
Navy vet.
That's
Hospital
it.
corpsman. I was a combat medic. And thank God I saw no combat. Because you think I'm whacked out as it is, you could only imagine if I'd have been through warfare.
No, I don't want to. I don't even think about that.
That would be bad. Anyway,
That's not an image I care to hold in my brain for very long.
thanks, Gary. I appreciate your backup.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
Speaking of state high school champions, well, now speaking of the playoff bracket, let's see. We got. We're not gonna pick them this week. We'll pick them. Let's see. When's the first one start? The 21st.
No, the 29th, I think.
The 29th when they start? Okay. And we're taking off the 25th.
And don't forget
So-
the next
Next
Wednesday,
week.
New Year's Day too. So We won't be
I
watching.
will.
We'll be watching Georgia play on New Year's night.
We will. We're gonna take off the 25th and the 1st, but we will be here next week and we'll pick all these games. How's that sound?
That sounds like a
Sounds
plan.
good.
Let's look at the high school.
Army, Navy, go Navy.
Huh.
That's all I got to say.
You never know. They might win.
I hope so. It's been a while. Anyway, here we go with the high school football, and we got. I will have to admit, and I don't want this to count on our picks as far as our percentages, John.
Okay, no problem.
Basically, because some of these schools, I know where these schools are, and I know what they're about, but I don't know I haven't really researched it enough to make a smart pick, like Toombs County versus Northeast Macon. I picked Toombs County because I like the name.
Well, I did too. I've looked at some of the comparative scores, and I know you can't do that a whole lot at any level of football, but I've also seen the way some of these schools have just rolled through the playoffs, and they're just piling up points and yardage and everything like that. And some of them are just, I don't know if they're prohibitive favorites or what you would call it. It'd be a real upset if some of them were to lose. I'll put it that way. To me.
All right, is anybody
Like,
picking Toombs or anybody
Yeah.
picking Northeast?
I went with Toombs.
No, I went with Toombs.
So did I.
I went with them because I like the name. Brooks County versus Bowden. I picked Brooks County because I don't like Bowden.
I
Yeah, I
went
went
with
with
Bowden.
County.
Went with Bowden on that one.
Everybody was with Bowden?
No, I went with Brooks.
You want Brooks? So
Williams,
did I.
Brooks, and Gary and I are Bowden.
Well, I don't like Bowden. My dad used to play them, and they were a bunch of Bush League assholes.
All right, Bowden
Other than
County,
that-
in case you're wondering what Bill thinks of you.
Yeah.
That's not Bowden County. That's Bowden. It's over in West Georgia. And like I said,
Okay.
the coach was an asshole. Carver Columbus versus Burke County.
I'm Carver on that one.
I think I went Burke County.
I went with Burke.
I've got Carver.
And the big one for us is Calhoun versus Jefferson, of which we all graduated from Jefferson and played ball for Jefferson. Class 3A.
Well,
doesn't-
I'll tell you, not only will I pick the Dragons for sentimental reasons, but I saw LaGrange play, and LaGrange beat North Hall pretty bad, and North Hall is a good football team. And then I thought the Dragons were going to end it in the semifinals, but the fact that they beat LaGrange, that makes me think they can compete with anybody. So I'm picking Jefferson in that one all the way.
Yeah, I saw the LaGrange game with Jefferson. It was cold, but Jefferson sucked it up and played good.
Well, is Ray Lamb's son still coaching at Calhoun?
No, Hal retired 2 or 3 years ago.
We all know they recruit, so I'm obviously going with Jefferson.
Okay.
North Oconee versus Marist. I think North Oconee is going to be hard to beat.
I do too.
Yeah, they're pretty
I
good.
think
I
Marist
think what they
is
did with the semifinals is something.
Marist is in it every year, and they're every year pretty much in the state championship. 3 out
Both
of
those
4
teams
years.
beat Jefferson.
How bad did Marist beat them?
That was pretty close, but North Oconee beat them 35-0.
I'm glad I picked North Oconee.
No,
I went with Marist, just simply because of their perennial spots in the playoff.
Well, I think that North Oconee is having a special year, and when these teams have a special year, they seem to go all the way. So I'm going with North Oconee. Milton versus Langston Hughes. I'm going with Langston Hughes because they've been there before.
Well, Milton has been right near the top of not only the state, but for whatever it's worth, nationally, pretty much all year long. They beat some really good teams, so I'm going to go with Milton.
Yeah, Langston Hughes is who beat Gainesville a few years ago when Gainesville only lost one game in the state championship. Langston Hughes is very good, but I went with Milton simply because I saw them play against Buford at the start of the year, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, Buford's
I've got
pretty
Milton
good.
too.
Well, I guess I'm the only one with Langston Hughes.
There
Well,
you go.
Langston Hughes is good.
John, do keep up with who came out on top of this. We'll publish it next week.
Okay.
Carrollton versus Grayson. Grayson's in there pretty much every year. Carrollton's got that quarterback that everybody in the country wants.
Juju.
I'm going to go with Carrollton.
Me too. They
Yeah, I
beat
went
some
with
really good
Carrollton.
teams, including Buford.
And last but not least, Hebron Christian versus Prince Avenue. I'm going with Prince Avenue.
Yeah, I saw Prince Avenue play in the semifinals against North Cobb Christian last Friday night, and they played with their top running back not even playing in the second half because he rolled an ankle, and they still just kind of crushed him. So, I think Prince Avenue, this is their year.
I do too. Well, that does it for the high school football state championships, and on to our records. Week 15 picks. Gary got 8 out of 9. William got 7 out of 9. John got 8 out of 9, and I got 6 out of 9. Not a good time to go miss 3, but it is what it is.
Well, John and I both came close to going 9 out of 9. John, just a few points there, right?
Yes.
Who'd y'all miss?
I picked, I missed Ohio beat, I picked Miami of Ohio, and Ohio won that game. And
Pretty
Gary
handily,
picked,
too.
Gary
yeah, what
picked
did I pick?
SMU, and Clemson
Yeah, I
won
picked
that
SMU.
game.
Yeah, on a literal last second field goal.
Last second, yeah.
Last second.
I mean,
field goal.
I came that close to going 9 for 9.
Well, and so far for the year, Gary is at 76%, John's at 75%, I'm at 74%, 2 behind John and 5 behind Gary, and William is still above 70%. That's good, and he's pretty good bet. Unless he has a miraculous bowl season, he's toast.
Yeah, I'm out of it.
Hey, we
we
could do,
may all suck it up, you know.
If you take 76, 75, 74, and 70, what's the average of that? John?
73.
74 and a half.
74 and a half. Okay, that saying,
Yeah.
hey, college game day, we're kicking your ass. Just wanted you to know.
We're
Yeah.
also better than Lauren Smith, who won the pregame show. For Scott Howard, Eric Zier, Lauren Smith, DJ Shockley. There's one other guy I cannot remember. Anyway, they all pick games each week, and Lauren Smith came in at 56% at the end of last week for the season.
God.
So he's like, so we're just that much better than everybody else.
But you know what? In their defense, some of those people pick these weird ass games. You know, like East Murray State against the
True.
Louisville Country or something. You know, I mean, it's So in their defense, we're picking the money games, guys. We're picking the ones everybody wants to know about. These are the ones.
That's right.
When I say money games, this is the one. Believe it or not, people actually bet on college football. Can you believe that?
No.
If you're betting, you want to tune in to Intelligent Ramblings because we're hitting 75% basically.
Yeah, we are.
And you can get a wealth of information from us.
Hey, would you guys like to score the playoffs and the championship, the CFP playoffs and the championship separately from the regular season, and that way it just opens things up and anybody could win. William could win, Gary could win, Bill could win, I could win. The playoff picks. We could do the playoff picks separately if
All right,
you
let's
wanted
do playoff picks, and we'll do the other picks we'll stick to. Will be the picks from the bowls, the other bowls, like when Western Kentucky goes to a bowl.
Okay.
That'll be fun finding those logos.
Like I said, we'll have 3 bowls already either decided or mostly decided by next Wednesday night. But
we can. I can track down the bowl games to come and communicate with you guys and get your picks before the games happen. So we can go over next week.
Like I said, there's only 3. There's only 3 between now and next Wednesday. I think there's 2 Saturday and 1 Wednesday.
All right. Well, John's gonna put them up before they happen, and we will pick on those, and we'll add those to our picks for the initial part of the bracket.
Okay. I'm cool.
All right. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for our closing remarks. This webcast is brought to you by William Lofton Photography. They can be found at williamlofton.com, offering event residential portraiture at williamlofton.com.
Georgia has the winner of Indiana and Notre Dame, the Battle of Indiana.
The Battle of Indiana.
I expect that'll be Notre Dame.
I'm thinking Indiana.
I would love to see Georgia beat Notre Dame like a rented mule.
Well,
I think. Oh, I'd love to play Indiana. I don't think we will, but I'd love to play Indiana.
Yeah.
See, I had a guy whose opinion I respect a great deal on football, and he talked about matchups. Georgia matches up really, really well with Texas. Against Mississippi, not so much. But they matched up really well with and these schools from outside the SEC, they're going to play an SEC team in a bowl. They have no idea of the speed and the power of the Southeastern Conference. They haven't seen anything like that.
No, they don't have a clue.
These other conferences.
And Indiana played a candy schedule.
Yeah.
They had the easiest schedule in the Big 10. Big 12, whatever hell they call themselves.
Well, Notre Dame played LSU from the SEC this season, for example, but LSU is what happened to their season, man? They just kind of laid down for that game.
They were 6-4. That's their final record was 6-4.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that team, but I don't think Notre Dame has quite seen what Gary's talking about. Team speed in the defensive backfield, like just can't believe. And I would just love to watch that game. Can't get here soon enough.
Well, it'll be here. All right, guys. Well, wish us luck this weekend. We have our county championships from our little South Hall wrestlers.
All right, go South Hall. What are y'all, the Mustangs?
We're the Knights. We're the Knights. A couple of years ago, they traded. But I've got some old South Hall stuff that I still wear. It says South Hall Wrestling, and it's got a picture of a Mustang or a Bronco, whatever they used to be, on it. And I thought about that, and I went, you know what? This still applies. This horse head logo still applies for South Hall's Knights, because in chess, what's the symbol for the knight?
Yeah, the horse.
The horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have gun will travel.
All right, guys.
Paladin.
It's
Paladin.
been a good week.
Yep.
Everybody, please be careful out there because we got a lot of rain coming in. And have a great week.
Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you, everybody.
All
Good
right.
night.
Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody who watches later, too.
Absolutely.